button. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do? We got a special training set up for tonight, and I was just talking about this. We want you to be in front of your device. We want you to ask questions. We want you to engage in everything that we're gonna have going on tonight. Now, let me go ahead and say this. I'm gonna preface what I'm saying. For some of the things I'm gonna be talking about tonight, I'm not the subject matter expert on it. I'm using it. I'm learning it and stuff like that. And so any questions that we have, let's get them down on wax. We'll get them answered and we'll come back and we'll answer them. But some of these things, man, you're going to have to use these tools in order to get familiar with it, in order to get comfortable with it. And I want to free some people up, guys. I want to free you up. I want to free you up to where, you are I want you to look at yourself and kind of fashion yourself. Now, obviously, you can come to me, you can come to Rahima, you can go to Coach B Walk if you guys got questions and things like that. But at the same time, man, I want to empower some of you all, especially some of the vets, that I want you to see yourself as a regional vice president without the contract. See yourself as an RVP without the contract. Now, that don't mean that you go out and do anything that's crazy and out of compliance. But man, in the same way that, because some things I'll go ask the question. I don't know, and I'll come back to you with it. Go find what the answer is. And a lot of you guys are really, really good at that. Really good at that. But I'm just prefacing what I'm saying. Some of the things I'm familiar with and I'm well versed on. Some things I'm still growing in and I'm still learning. But we're gonna grow, we're gonna learn to master this stuff together, guys. Together. All right. And so, man, this is a training that's been needed. I don't know if we'll need a part two of it, but we'll kind of deal with it tonight. But it's talking about, let me share my screen real quick and let me get myself together. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Give me a thumbs up, family, when you all can see my screen. When you all can see my screen, give me a thumbs up if y'all can see my screen. Okay, perfect. So we're talking about business tools and resources, guys. We're going to deal with B Dollar Smart, right? Y'all have heard me talk about that. And some of y'all say, what is this B Dollar Smart thing that Nick is talking about? We're going to talk about it tonight, right? Now, that's a powerful tool. We're not going to get into all the different features that it has, but we're going to touch on it and talk about how you can implement using the B Dollar Smart tool in your process. Now, let me say this. I'm going to reserve this for people who are only independent producers and field trainers in training and field trainers. That's all I'm reserving it for, man. If you are still a person that is in field training, we're going to get you up to speed to where you are a competent independent producer. Then we're going to give you access to the B Dollar Smart tool. Now, there's some of you that should already have access to B Dollar Smart. If we need to reconnect you to it, that's fine. We can do that. But B Dollar Smart is such a powerful tool, Coach B Walk. We're only going to allow just the people who are already independent producers, proven independent producers, field trainers in training, and field trainers. It has nothing to do with contract level, right? Has nothing to do with contract level. But independent producers, field trainers in training, and field trainers, you're the ones that's going to get access to this tool. If you are a person, you're still going out on appointments with your trainer, getting field training stuff, we're gonna reserve that for and hold that back until you get to that place to where you're independent. So we're gonna talk about B Dollar Smart. We're gonna talk about the financial needs analysis tool, in particular the debt elimination tool inside of the FNA, right? So when you hear us say FNA, FN, now I'm saying the letters F as in Frank, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple. Yeah, I ain't saying no colloquialism or nothing like that. No, FNA, that means financial needs analysis. Yeah. There's well, Nick, how is that different from the mobile FNA? Well, it's a different tool. It's the original tool that the company created, that when I joined the business, this is what we used to do for clients. Now, it took a long time to put it together. They had to collect a lot of data. They simplified everything with the mobile FNA to concentrate on some of the key areas, but there's a particular part of, they still got the financial needs analysis, the whole one available, but there's a particular piece in it that I think that you can use for some of your clients to bring value to them. And that's the debt stacking, debt elimination strategy creation tool. We're going to talk about that. And then I'll show you guys the financial calculator and stuff like that and dealing with investments. I don't know if we'll have enough time to do that. We'll see. But the two main ones are the B Dollar Smart and the financial needs analysis tool, right? And so what I want you guys to do, let's get to it. Let's talk about B Dollar Smart, right? B Dollar Smart, if you Google B Dollar Smart and all that good stuff, you'll be able to see the web page and all of that. I have an account with B Dollar Smart, and you don't need to go get your own account with B Dollar Smart. Don't do that, teammates. I have a master account as a regional vice president and above, and you guys can be sub account holders under me, and it won't cost you any money. Okay, all right. See, y'all like that. It doesn't cost you any money, right? So I'm footing that bill. I got that. It don't cost you any money, but you can still use the tool because you're below the level of RVP, and your RVP has the tool. You can be able to do that. Now you have to be in our base shop to be able to do it, but we'll get you hooked up, right? So when I sign into it, this is my portal and what it looks like in B Dollar Smart. But what I want to focus on, and when you sign into it, you'll be able to see something similar, just like this. Now, again, this is for the people who are independent producers. Am I saying that enough times, Coach B. Walt? Independent producers, field trainers in training, and people that are field trainers. If you just got licensed yesterday, Nick, where that B Dollar Smart? That ain't for you yet. That ain't for you yet. I got you. Because you being field trained, we got you. Or if you being field trained by somebody else, they got you, right? That has access to it. You don't need access to it yet, right? But I want to show it to you and just show you how powerful this tool is, right? And so this is what it looks like. There's a part of it right there. Y'all see that little deal that just got circled? It says send checkup, right? You can send a checkup to somebody. And so when you click that button, this is how easy it is to send a checkup. Now, hold on. Let me unshare my screen real quick. What B Dollar Smart is, let me explain what it is. It's a third-party strategic partnership that Primerica has with a company. They're a third-party company, B Dollar Smart, where we can text. Listen to this. We can text a link to them, and they click on that link, teammates, and they can do a financial survey. It takes them about 3 to 5 minutes to do, maybe 5 to 7 minutes at the most. And it allows them to answer questions. And then based on how they answer these questions, it gives them alerts, listen to me, on the things that they should be looking at in their finances. Kind of like some feedback, almost like a report card. Are y'all with me on that? And what it does, it allows us through the survey to be able to identify the areas that we can help a client. So let me tell y'all something. This is a powerful tool because it ain't just you saying, well, you need this, you need that. I'm telling you, there's a psychology behind this, guy. Listen to me when I say this. When like you telling somebody they need a Roth IRA, that might be like, do I need a Roth IRA? When you get a survey, it's just a psychology behind it. Survey tell them they need a Roth IRA, guess what they're going to say? Well, I think I need a Roth IRA. Guys, it's been proven. That's just the reality of it. And there's little to no pushback when it comes to that type of stuff. And so this financial survey is so powerful, and it will help. Check this out, Sean. Sean's going to like this. It will help open up conversations that we might not have been having when we take a client through the mobile FNA. Do me a favor. Somebody raise their hand. Don't just jump off mute or something like that. Somebody raise your hand. What are the two areas that our mobile FNA focuses on when we're helping clients? What are the two categories? Two areas. Somebody emoji hand or whatever, raise your hand. Sean, I see you. Sean, talk to us. What are the two
investments?
Life and investments. Those are the bookends of our business. Of course, you can throw recruiting in there and stuff like that. But when it comes to products and solutions that we offer, it focuses on life insurance and investments. Life insurance and investments. The mobile FNA, it's based on what we tell clients in our presentation. We say in life, there's two major financial risks that we all have to manage. And it's dying too soon, living too long. Dying too soon is dealing with life insurance. Living too long is dealing with planning for your future and investments. So it's easy to tackle those two things, but we don't have conversations with people about auto and home. We don't have conversations with people about a will. Now, some of you guys are seasoned, you're skilled, and you know how to have those conversations. But for a new person who's new to this thing, it might be difficult for them to segue into how do I bring up these other problems? Some people might be walking around saying, I didn't even know we can do auto and home. The Smart Financial Survey, it gives feedback on these types of things. Having a will, having a home security system. It asks certain questions that may be able to open up a conversation about some of these things. Even ask a question about an opportunity, making more money. Y'all with me on that? Now, here's the deal. The way we use Smart, in the way the tool, this is important, guys. Listen to me on this. In the way Smart says you need to use it is two totally different things. We still have our system, we still have our process, and we want you to trust that process. Smart, Secreta, is just a tool that can be used to enhance our current process. It's not to replace our current process. It's just to be able to add value and fortify our current process. Give me a thumbs up if y'all with me on this. All right. Now let's talk about how we're going to use it. But I want to show you just an example of what it looks like. And so this is what it looks like. And some of you guys have heard me interact with clients. You like, Nick is sending them a Smart thing, and you didn't know what I was sending them. I did this with Rose on field training appointment yesterday. We did the whole, I sent him the Smart link, texted to the husband. He was filling that thing out while we was still on the appointment, y'all. You know what? Rose probably like, what does that thing look like? This is what it looks like, bro. This is it. So what I do send the Smart checkup. And when you get an opportunity, you get to a place where you're using it, all you got to do, teammates, is put in a person's phone number. You can put in what state they live in. Well, Nick, do I got to be licensed in that state? No. It just says, hey, what state they're in. So you put the state there, then you say, hey, what's the language they prefer? You can send it to somebody in English or Spanish. English or Spanish, right? So, hey, my clients, hey, they say English, and then it says, hey, is this an actual client checkup, or are you sending just a practice checkup? Right? So it allows you to send a practice checkup. So you do, hey, if it's a real client, yep, this is a regular client checkup. You click client, and then you say, hey, these are consent acknowledgments. I confirm that I have obtained the consent to send a one-time text message from the client. So the client gave me permission to do it. And by using this page, I acknowledge that I may be soliciting business in the state and products, all that kind of stuff. But you check those two things, send it. Send it. Now, here's the deal, guys. This is important. That link that gets text out to the people that you send this Smart deal to, that link is only good for 12 hours. It's only good for 12 hours. If your prospect or your client does not click on that link and do the survey in 12 hours, it's no longer any good. So they can't sit on it for a week and say, oh, I'll get to it. Let me say this. Let's just say that you run an appointment with somebody, you send it to them, y'all supposed to get back together in a week. They can't get back. They can't do the survey right before y'all get on the appointment a week later. They need to do it within 12 hours. So make sure you communicate that. 12 hours it needs to be done. Now, if you need to send it to them again, of course you can. If they let it expire by accident, you can always send it back to them, right? So let's look at an example of a person that did it. Y'all remember our favorite sister, the single mom, Teresa McIntosh? I always use her as an example. She and her son. Hey, guess what? Let's just say that Teresa's a new client. We rolled up on her, although we use her all the time. Guys, this is not a real client. Let me say this. Teresa is not a real person. And I gotta say that, Auntie, because when you load these trainings up on the portal, They be thinking that you sharing real people information and they'll mess around and they'll take your video down. You know what I'm saying? Teresa McIntosh is not a real person. She is a made up person. Everything that I'm showing about this woman tonight is she is a made up entity, not a real person. All right. And I want y'all to know that too. Right. So let's look at Teresa's deal. Right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into my BDollarSmart. And I'm already in there. Let's go there right now. Yep, I'm in my BDollarSmart. All right, and so hold on a second. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all, and then I'm gonna unshare because I do want to protect some people's privacy and all of that. So check this out. So let's say that I get with Teresa, we do an appointment and all that good stuff. And I tell her, this is when you're gonna use it. Hold on a second. Let me do that first, because I know some of you guys are like, well, Nick, when do we use this thing? I'm glad you asked that. All right, hold on a second. Let me reshare my screen and we can talk about that first. Then I'll show y'all what it look like. So the question is, when do you use BDollarSmart, right? There's 3 areas that you can use it. Now you might think of some other ways. Have at it. Have some fun with it. 3 places to use BDollarSmart: at the end of a first appointment. At the end of a first appointment. So let's say that you have a first time appointment with somebody. You do the warm up, the who we are, what we do. You get the commitment from them. They want to do a wealth builder. Are y'all with me? Give me a thumbs up if y'all are with me. Right? Y'all with me? All right? Sean, you've already told them, great, let's meet this day, this time. There's a couple of things you probably need to pull together. Still do that. You're still following our system. Do you have a retirement plan through your job? Yes, I do. Okay, 401k. You'll need to get that data and all that good stuff. Do you have a life insurance policy outside of your job? Okay, great. Pull that out and all that good stuff. And they say, okay, perfect. Hey, listen, this is the language that I'm using. Mr. and Mrs. Client, we also have a strategic partnership with a company called BDollarSmart, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a text message with a link, and it's going to say BDollarSmart in it. What it's going to do, it's going to allow you to do a quick financial checkup, right? A quick financial checkup. And from the results of that checkup, it'll kind of help us identify the areas that we might need to focus on when we do your wealth builder consultation. So it'll take about 5 to 7 minutes to do that checkup. Go ahead and do that and complete that to the best of your knowledge. And what we'll do when we do that second appointment, we'll look at the results together on the second meeting, and we'll identify how we can best serve you. Everybody got that? If you don't, it's being recorded. You'll be able to watch it. But I just tell them, hey, we got a strategic partnership with a company called BDollarSmart. I'm going to text you a link. It's going to say BDollarSmart. You want to click that link. It's going to allow you to do a quick financial checkup. Quick financial check. It's going to take about 5 to 7 minutes. And from the results of that checkup, it's going to identify some areas we probably need to focus on when it comes to your finances. It's going to better help me serve you, right? And so when we do your wealth builder consultation, we'll go over that first, the results of that financial checkup from BDollarSmart, and then we'll see what areas we need to concentrate on. Does that sound okay? Great. They say yes. Okay. Right then and there, not after we get off the Zoom or anything like that. While we're on the Zoom, I'll go to the BDollarSmart webpage and I send them the link. And I ask them, hey, did you get it? They say, yes, I got it. Okay, perfect. Now that link expires in 12 hours. So go ahead, if you don't mind, knock that out and do that. Now, sometimes people may not have the accurate information to put in. They say, well, what if I don't have, hey, look, I'll go ahead and tell them, hey, look, if you don't have the exact figures and numbers for some of the things that they're asking, that's fine. You could do a rough estimate and we can work with that. You can do a rough estimate, we'll work with that, okay? And they say, great. All right. So you send it to them at the end of a first appointment. That's when you send it out. Great place to use B Dollar Smart. Another great place to use B Dollar Smart. Let's just say that you've done a financial workshop, Coach B Walk, and you got your list of contacts and you calling them up. Hey, this is Benicia Walker. Remember, I did the How Money Works workshop up at your school or up at your church and or at your organization meeting. Yeah. Or you did it virtually. Whatever. I did that workshop. Yeah, listen, I'm just following up on the information you put down. You said you were interested in getting a free wealth builder consultation. I'm setting up my calendar and I want to carve out some time to be able to offer you that free wealth builder consultation. When can we meet? You schedule that day and time to meet with them. They're excited about it. You're excited about it. You say, hey, listen, before we meet, what I'm going to do right now, I want to send you, we got a strategic partnership with a company, or I have a strategic partnership with a company called B Dollar Smart. I'm going to text you a link that says B Dollar Smart. It's going to allow you to do a quick financial check. Same language, guys. Same language. And so you're sending it to them in advance of the appointment. In advance of the appointment for somebody that you've done a financial workshop with. And they were in attendance of your financial workshop. Now, let me say this. That's different from you just got a referral from a client and you call it a referral. See, the referral hasn't seen the presentation yet, y'all. Are y'all with me? So you don't send it to the referral when you schedule the appointment, Julia. Don't do that. They might get scared off. You asking for a whole bunch of information. I don't even know who you are. Like, yeah, I know my friend Belinda referred you to me, but then you asking all how I filed my taxes and stuff like that. I don't even know you like that yet. But you can do that when you with somebody from a workshop. Why? Because that workshop presentation serves as the first appointment. They know you, Auntie. They know you, Sean. You got credibility. They put down, yeah, based on what Sean said, I'm interested in all of this. Now you scheduling the appointment with them, and you can send them the link. Do y'all get the difference in the two scenarios? All right, I don't want nobody getting overzealous and jumping the gun. I'm using B Dollar Smart for everything. Don't do that, guys. Don't do it. Just do it in the right way, in the right time, and with the right people at the right time. All right. And so, in addition to that, the last thing that I got on here, just when to use B Dollar Smart, is this is a great place when you schedule an appointment with an existing client to do an annual review. Maybe you haven't talked to this client in a year, 2 years, it's been a while, whatever the case may be, or a client calls you out of the blue and says, I was thinking about my life. How much life insurance do I have? You know what? And then you just say, man, I've been meaning to call you. Listen, let's schedule a time to do an annual review, or you just calling people out of your CRM and you're connecting with them and they're open to meet and they're already a client. You say, hey, listen, before we meet to do this review, I'm going to send you, we got a strategic partnership with a company called B Dollar Smart. It's a super cool tool. I'm going to text you this link. It allows you to do a quick financial checkup so I can catch up on what your needs are. Do that. It's going to allow me to better serve you, maybe address some areas that I haven't addressed in your annual review. Does that sound okay? I'm telling you right now, family, every single person or client that you say that to, they're going to be okay with it. They're going to be okay with it. So that's just 3 ways to use B Dollar Smart. 3 ways to use B Dollar Smart. After a first appointment, when they've agreed to do the Wealth Builder consultation, and you've told them, hey, this is what you need for the second appointment, they're okay with that. I'm going to have a 401k balance and what I'm investing per month. If they got a life insurance policy, I'm going to have that policy ready and pull it out. Great. We're meeting next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Do your Wealth Builder. Oh, in addition to that, I'm going to text you this link. Then that's when you tell them that. Everybody got that. Whether it's your field trainer, new recruit, whether it's your own personal appointment that you got from a referral, or it might be somebody in your warm market that you just right now, they just decided to give you a appointment even though you've been in the business for 5 years. You get what I'm saying? Now you finally get it. You can do it after the first appointment for all of those people. All right? And then you got the workshop people that you schedule appointments with, and then of course you got your clients that are happy clients that you're doing an annual review to. You can use Be Dollar Smart for that, guys. It's a game changer. I found, and I think I told you guys this. I did this with a client a couple of years back, Coach B Walk. I hadn't talked to him in a minute. Found out this joke had moved out of the country. Moved out of the country, all that good stuff, man. Julie, he sold his house. He was living in San Antonio. He sold his house before he moved out of the country. He had $500,000 sitting in a CD. Said, Nick has been there. I didn't even think, I probably should too. That's what he said. I said, yeah. I said, when does the CD mature? It's mature. It's just maturing now. I don't know what to do with the money. What you think? I found that money, Sean, sending them the Be Dollar Smart survey. And I'm just going through the survey. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is this number right? You got $500,000? He said, yeah. He said, I sold my house. That money right now sitting in a Corebridge Power Index 5 annuity. He getting a better rate of return than his CDs ever get him. No opportunity for loss because he didn't want to lose no money. Y'all with me? He would have never known that. I would have never known that I could help him in that way had I not even did the Be Dollar Smart deal. And so I'm telling you right now, and you find out clients then got married, all this type of stuff. Like, anyway, all right, let's look at the Be Dollar Smart stuff. Let's look at it. Shadrika gonna have fun with this. It's gonna be good for Shadrika. Check this out. So this is the deal. This is Be Dollar Smart right here. You click on reports, and it has these things. You click under usage reports, and that gives you the reports that you've sent out, how many checkups you've sent out. I got about 25 in there, right? Not nearly enough, but hey, I've been really trying to add some in there. I got 25 checkups. So let's just say that, and these are teammates that already should be connected to Be Dollar Smart. I got Quee, Julia, Mom, Auntie, Sean, Omar should be in there, Kimberly, Lewis, Shadrika. You probably haven't been using it, but yeah, you haven't been using it, but you should still have access to it. If you don't, let me know. We can get you reconnected to it. All right. So if I click on my checkups, my 25, it'll show me all the names of the people that I've sent this link out to that they've completed the link. They've completed it, right? So I'm gonna stop share. And I'm going to go into, I sent Teresa McIntosh. I sent her a financial checkup. And let's look at Teresa's financial checkup together, guys. Let's look at it. Hold on a second. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to look at Sis's financial checkup together. So this is what I do. Say Teresa, I met her. We did the first appointment. She said on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, increasing her financial literacy and build a strong financial house. She said it's a 10. She want to get a wealth builder consultation and all that good stuff. I say, great. I tell her all the things she need to pull together. And then I say, listen, I'm going to send you this link from Be Dollar Smart. She does the link. This is what the link tells me based on what she said. Teresa, Ms. McIntosh, she has no will. She has no identity theft protection. We might want to do an auto and home comparison based on how she answered the question. We might see if we can get her better auto and homeowners insurance. She has no education savings for her son. She doesn't have a Roth IRA. Check this out, Coach B Walk. She might want to consider a rollover. You might want to confirm she has the best home security system, maybe a debt elimination plan. That's going to be key for our next deal that we talk about. Might want to consider a debt elimination plan. She's got money in a savings account. We might want to look at that to see what that's in and how it's growing. We might be able to provide her a better rate of return for a savings account for emergencies. She may be underinsured based on how she answered that question. Are y'all seeing the powerful feedback that this thing is giving people? This is the feedback this thing. Look, life insurance with a savings component. It says she has that, which means that she got some type of a cash value policy. And she said she wanted to increase her income. Now, this is how she really answered the questions. Check this out. These are the questions that get sent to the client. If you want to know, well, what actually got sent to them, this is it. It shows you that. It says, how do you file your taxes? She said, I file head of household. How old are you? She's age 44. What is your employment status? Guys, this is what I'm going over with them. I don't go over all of these results things right here. I go straight to this. I say, okay, let's see how you filled out the survey that I sent you with the B Dollar Smart link. Okay, I see that you filed head of household. Great. It's got your age right there. Okay, you're 44. You're employed full time. It says you retire the next 12 months, and I'll be joking like I bet you wanted to say yes to that, didn't you? They laugh a little bit. Okay, nah, not yet though. We're gonna work on it. It says what's your annual income before taxes? Okay, we see your income. That's a good income. And guys, I'm just kind of talking them through it. You said, okay, all right, you have a child that's under the age of 18. How many kids you got, Teresa? Oh, you just got one. How old is your son? Oh, he's 11. Okay, all right, good deal, man. What's his name? And so we're talking through it. Guys, I'm doing all of this at the very beginning of a second appointment. Very beginning of the second appointment. From the scenario where I did the first appointment and I sent the link to him. Now, if it's a person from a workshop, that first Zoom meeting, I'm going through this because remember, I sent it to him after I scheduled the appointment with him, right? I go through this part right here, all right? It says, okay, what type of savings plan do you have for your son? Okay, you say you don't have any, right? Have you thought about saving for his education? Yes, you have. Okay, all right. That's something that we can definitely talk about and see if there's an opportunity there. Do you currently have any retirement accounts held from a previous employer? Okay, you do have something. Okay, where were you working that you had? Okay, no, Nick, I used to work for Texas Children's and this and okay, how long were you out there? I was out there for about 10 years. Wow, okay, good deal, man. Okay, it says approximate balance. This is what she said. She said she got 75,000 out there. Auntie Spider tingling. Auntie Spider sense is already tingling. Auntie like, yep, here we go. Yep, okay, all right. So is it still over there? Did you ever roll that over? No, it's still over there. Okay. And let me tell you something. B-Walk, you ain't even got to say nothing to them. They say, yeah, I probably need to move that donor. I probably need to move that donor. See, they'll even say it. And even if they don't say, you say, hey, you know what? You might want to consider moving that because you've left that job. How long you left that job? You left that job about 6 years ago and it's still over there. Yeah, you probably might need to look at moving that. So we'll talk about that too. You don't have to try to sell it at that point. You're just creating the interest, right? Okay, do you have a work sponsored retirement plan at your current job? Okay, you do. Okay, you got a 401k, good deal. What's the balance of your current retirement plan? About 63,000. Guys, I'm already getting a lot of information about the client. Okay, here we go. You currently contributing to it. Does your company match? Yes. All right. How much are you contributing? Your match is equal to your company's match. Good deal. Okay, we'll look at that. And when we paint your retirement picture with you, what type of life insurance do you have? Okay, you say you have the insurance with the savings plan. Who do you have your coverage through? Because you got something outside of your job. Who do you have it through? Or you got it through New York Life. Okay, gotcha. All right. Did you put that policy together? You know we talked. Do you have that policy? Okay, we'll take a look at that too. And it says how much current coverage do you currently have? You only guys, when you see something like this is a single mom. She got $100,000 in a whole life policy. You already knowing. You already knowing. For one, she's underinsured and she's probably overpaying for this policy. You already knowing. This is what other investments do you have? She doesn't have a Roth IRA. Don't got any of that. Okay. All right. Would you like to learn about additional investment ideas to help you hit your retirement goals? She's saying yes already. Yes. All right. Oh, boy, Auntie getting excited about this one too. What is the approximate balance in your savings and checkout? She said 20,000. Okay. All right. That's enough. Hey, we're going to talk about that too, right? And then are you beneficiaries of the debt? Yes. And then look at how she answered this. What household debts you have? B-Walk, she got a mortgage. It says she got 3 credit cards. You got a car loan, this, that, and the other, all those things. She got a personal loan that's out there. So she's carrying a lot of debt. And we say, hey, check this out, Teresa. You know, the debt, you know, we actually have a tool that could possibly show you how to pay that debt off sooner without taking any additional money out of your pocket. Would that be helpful to you? God, yes, Nick, it would. Okay, all right. That's something that we can talk about too. We'll maybe be able to cover that as well. See, I'm already building the anticipation, guys. I'm building the anticipation. And as my witness, let me ask this. Let me come off. Let me come on. Shop share screen. Noob still on. Jamel still on. See, Jamel, didn't we do this with one of your clients? Well, we did the B Dollar Smart thing and all of that, and then she said she had some debt and all that. We did a whole debt elimination thing with her.
Yeah.
How did she feel about that? How she feel about that, Jay?
Oh, she loved it. She loved it. Very cooperative. Got all the information together and shared everything. And
all of it.
Mhm.
All of it. I'm telling you guys, this is how you create more value in the space. Ain't nobody doing this for free. Nobody's doing this for free. So people don't need to tell them. They don't tell me about no Fisher Investments, no daggum LPL or whatever, or Edward Jones. They ain't doing this. They are not doing this for people. State Farm, New York Life, they're not doing this for our people. Not for us. That look like they're not doing this, guys. They are not. And so you have all of this power and all of these tools to provide value to these clients. And so we talking about that. She got a house. She doesn't plan on moving in the next year. She's not trying to purchase a second home. She's not going to receive an inheritance. Look at that question right there. See, securities license people quit like, dang, they ask because you never know. Somebody answered yes to that question. Yep, I plan on receiving an inheritance.
Hey,
Somebody
Nick.
might mess around and say, man, my grandmama and my grandparents just died. They left me $600,000 or they left me a property. Anyway,
Right. I just had one, and she's getting an insurance settlement.
come on. See? Still be out there. But guess what? We normally don't ask these questions. Even if you try, T, people are making still a lot of questions. Hey, Erica, all day long, you give them a survey, they'll be on that survey, they'll give them information. Now, we're going to do the right thing with it. We don't sell this information, guys. This is a closed loop deal. None of this stuff gets shared or part and parceled out to different entities. Nobody's going to solicit them for are y'all with me on this? So you can let people know that, hey, this information is going to be safe. It's not going to be shared. Y'all get what? They'll be able to rest assured that their information is not going to get out there for public consumption. It's not that. April knows we've sent these links out and people have said it, and we've done debt elimination situations for people. It's a good tool, guys, based on how they answer these questions. And then look at this one right here. Many families are overpaying on their auto insurance. Would you like to quickly see if you can save money on your auto and homeowners insurance premiums? She said yes. I most definitely would. And then look at this. Do you currently have a smart home security system for your home? She said yes. Do you currently have a will? She said no. I don't have a will. Do you think that this sister knows that she needs a will? Probably so. That's another thing we can talk to her about. And then last but not least, this question is so good, guys. It says, are you open to additional strategies to increase your income so that you may achieve all your goals and dreams? She said, yes, I would like to dramatically increase my income. And look at the choices in here. Some says, no, my household income is enough for me. Some people, believe it or not, they'll say that. Nope, household income's good. A lot of people are going to say this, and then nobody's going to say this, I plan on winning the lottery. That's just kind of like to make them laugh. But then she says that, then it follows it up and says, how much more money per month would you like to earn in order to hit your financial goals and live the way you truly desire? Teresa said, I want $2,000 a month. You don't even need to say nothing about that. You just file that away for later. You file that away. So you know that she's open to making more money. And once you've done that, you close it out, you say, okay, great. So now, based on that survey, I see that we might be able to provide more value to you by definitely giving you a debt elimination strategy to pay your debt off sooner. We'll be able to look at your life insurance to see if we can provide you more value for the money that you're spending there. And we'll be able to do a real assessment in terms of how much coverage you need. We'll also be able to maybe provide you some more value in the investment space to build more wealth. Are you excited about that? She's gonna be like, yes, I'm excited. And we're gonna look at your auto insurance if we can save you some money there. You get that. Now we might not do this all tonight, but we'll tackle some things tonight, and then we'll schedule some follow-up times to meet. Does that sound okay? Client will be like, that sounds perfect. Great. Auntie, then I'm going into, all right, let's pull up this mobile FNA. See, in life, there's two major risks. Dying too soon, living too long. We're talking about that. Let's talk about the living too long piece first. Then I'm taking them through the mobile FNA. I'm a close life because we're going to give them more value than that cash value. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about setting up that Roth. But guess what? We also going to talk about doing a proposal for that rollover. We're going to talk about, man, where's that money in the savings? Is it just in your savings account? It probably aren't that. We might be able to take some of that money and put it into a money market to give you a better rate of return. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about scheduling a follow-up meeting so I can show the proposal for the event and do the debt elimination strategy. Are y'all with me on that? And we can schedule a 3-way phone call to call the auto and homeowner people to see whether or not we can save you some money on your car insurance. Guys, you can do all of that, but you got a lot of that data from B Smart. And Sean, guess what's that ace in the hole is in the back? She still want to make more money. I'm not recruiting her yet. We're going to go through all of these things, and she's going to see, man, Nick is a really good guy. He's really helping me in some of these areas. And at the end of all the stuff that we take care of, then you can have a conversation with Teresa about, hey, Teresa, man, it's been a pleasure working with you. Let me ask you something. What do you do on the side? What are you doing to make more money? I see that you in the service. You said you want to make an extra $2,000. What are you doing right now to try to make that happen? Nick, I'm not doing anything. I need to find something, though. She said, Sean, I'm not doing anything. I've been looking for something. I've been trying to figure out what I can get into. Listen, just hear me out. Has anybody ever talked to you about the power of having an insurance license, investment license? No, they haven't. And you have that conversation with them. Sean, look at me. You have that conversation. Have that conversation. And it might be like, you know what, this is too good. Let's schedule another meeting where I can talk to you just about that. I'm going to talk to you just about that. I think you're going to be impressed with it, my sister. You need to hear this. I'm going to talk to you just about that. How soon can we meet? We meet tomorrow. Like it just happens organically, guys. But B Smart can help set the table for you. Any questions about B Smart? Any questions? Sean, talk to us.
I get some people that get question overwhelm. Do you encounter that, and how do you manage that part? Like, let's use the example of you're gonna send it to them after the first time appointment, and they, when we start up with the second appointment, we start with and review some of this information. Do you run into situations where they've got a little bit of overwhelm with the question, even though it gives them a comprehensive view of where they are financially?
I have not run into that because I'm not reviewing. Let me share with you what I do. I don't review what it's saying as far as you need a will, you need this, you need that. I don't go over that part of it. Even though it's there, I just go over how they answer the questions. And I'm kind of really running through it quick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, because the real meat of what I'm trying to get to is the mobile FNA to do their wealth builder consultation. That's really what I'm trying to get to. This just kind of sets the table. And so we can kind of get on the same page with some things. Okay, I see that you're there. Okay, gotcha. All right, good deal. Quick questions like, okay, who you have your insurance with? Okay, you got it with New York Life. You've had it for how long? This policy about 8 years. Okay, I'm not killing the insurance at that point. Like I'm just running through it. Boom, boom. Okay, all right. Dang, you got this old 401k. You, is it still in the 401k? Is it still there? Okay, I got you. All right, cool. How long were you at that job? You were there? Okay, for that long? Okay, good. All right, we'll come back to that. I'm running through it real quick. So it's not really, I'm not having them do it at the appointment. Then I'm going to know they've already done the survey. They might have done the survey a week ago. You get what I'm saying? Now, when we do this follow-up appointment, that's when we're just going over the results of it together. So it's not too overwhelming then when we're reviewing it because they probably done it. They did it when I first sent it out, and we're just now following up. Does that help? Does that make sense in terms of because I haven't run into anybody seeming like they have fatigue or they're giving me kind of negative feedback, like, "Dang, that was a lot." Oh man, no, it's real quick. They go through it. And look, if all sometimes people answer their information wrong and this, that, and the other, we'll get it cleared up. Because sometimes they'll say they don't have a job sponsored retirement plan. I'll be like, so you don't have a 401k to your job? Oh, yeah, I do. You know what? I thought I answered that question wrong, Nick. And so we just clear it up. Okay, all right, cool. We'll get to that and we'll come back to it. So it just helps me collect important information, but it's not an end all be all, Sean. It just helps shape a conversation around things. That's what it is.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
And
So you can still keep your overall appointment in 60 minutes, even with this
Yeah.
review.
Yeah, because that review shouldn't last longer than about probably 3 minutes at the most. Because I'm running
Okay.
through it. I'm just running through the results of the survey with them, and then I'm going straight into the wealth builder. Julia, talk to us. What's your comment or
Oh
question?
yeah, I was gonna say when I use it, I usually try to have them to come up and prioritize it. Even though I know we're gonna go to the FNA and do the life and the investment, I just kind of say, hey, I see on here these were the things that came up. Thank you for completing it. And I'll say, I see where I'll start with the things that I know I'm gonna cover with the financial needs analysis, and then I'll say, oh, and I also see where you have XYZ, whatever that is. And so I'll come back and I'll say, so based upon this, we know that you need, we're going to talk about insurance, we're going to talk about the investment. Based upon this, what else do you feel, what is the most important thing for you? And sometimes they'll come back and they say, yeah, I really want to, eliminate my debt. And then that's how I kind of guide it. So I kind of let them choose the other things. If they're in red, I'll kind of just give them the option and say, hey, I see all of these things, but you really don't have enough time to go deep in debt. And then once we go through the financial needs analysis, I'll come back and, we'll continue to have these conversations. We can have, reviews every 6 months and just kind of knock some of those other things off.
That's good feedback. Good feedback. Any other questions or comments? So for the teammates who you saw your name as having access to B Smart, are you still able to sign into your B Smart account? Okay, good deal. Good deal. You might need to reset your password if you can't get in there. So you might want to need forgot password, go through that whole process to do that. But I'm telling you guys, it's a powerful tool. And those 3 areas and 3 ways to use it, it's helpful. It's very, very impactful. It really is. All right. I'm not gonna even do this to y'all. Look, man, because now what I want to do, I want to go into the debt elimination deal, but we already at 7:40. Time has flown, right? That is going to be probably a separate training on its own because I think everybody, when we do this training, I'm gonna pick it up next week. I'm gonna pick the debt elimination from the financial needs analysis up next week. Come back next week, be in front of your computer because we're gonna walk through a debt elimination strategy together. Well, I'm gonna be entering in the debts real time. We're still gonna deal with the same client, Teresa McIntosh. I'm gonna have the debts laid out. Check this out, guys. And you're gonna be able to, in your financial needs analysis tool, you don't have to be securities license or investment license for this. You will be able to enter it in, like entering in her stuff, this and the other as a mock client, and then we'll be able to click on the buttons to see what the results of that debt elimination plan will show. Guys, it's gonna blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. And then I'll show you how you can save a copy of it as a PDF so you can email that bad boy to a client. Powerful tool. We'll do that next week. Are y'all okay with that? All right, fantastic. Any other questions or anything like that before I stop the recording? Anybody else? All right. All right, fantastic, guys. So this is what we got. We'll upload this to the portal so you can have access to it. B Dollar Smart is where it's at. If you feel training with me, trust me, I did it last night with Ro. We're gonna be, hey, we use B Dollar Smart. That's what it looked like, y'all. That's what it looked like. Now we're gonna get you to a point if you're field training where you're gonna be an independent producer. You will have free access to it. You'll be able to use that tool as well with your clients. But that's gonna be an important piece of what we do. All right.